Hey guys, I'm here, and today we will be going over armor. So, as you can see from my characters, I have all these really high level armors. They're not fully upgraded, but I plan on upgrading them more soon. And all of these are level 2. I got them from events. This, I did not. I upgrade this all the way from base armor. So, how do you get mythic level gear from base armor? Because all of you guys are probably in Incubus, going for uh, Prophet or Conquest or Eternal or what the heck ever is going on with that nowadays. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second, but let's just go through. All of these are all S1 gear and whatnot, except for this. This has L1, and that's because I got from the New Year's event of 2016. And then everything else is just S1 because it's all been base upgrade. And I'll show you how in a second, except for this, and that's just because I need pants to switch out with these pants. Notice it's the only one where I don't have an L2. So once I get an L2, I'm going to switch those other pants out with these pants. And then we'll be fully good to go. I actually have an extra pair of boots there because I have too much. Needless to say. Let's see. So let's get into it. Not this. Skip. Alright, so here we go back to the something, and you got anyone who probably saw my wings print video on the cosmic wings have probably noticed I like going in here a lot. So now we're going to the upgrade equipment one. So in here you have tons and tons of options. Now normally when you go into Seth for armor, you probably go to the equipment, the normal one. And here you have all the like, oh, I'm gonna upgrade Royal Staff of Ruin, blah blah blah, or uh Oracle Bow, blah blah blah. And notice these are all orange, they're all bold. None of them are really red. Or Eternal Helm, blah blah blah. Dagger of Ruin, Conquest, Triumph, blah blah blah. All of it is crap. It's absolute piece of crap. It's not worth your time. Except for the mythics. Now the mythics are what we want. So, see how this is orange and this is red. Let's get into it. There you go. This is red. So basically, you need to get to this. And you need, here would be the item. So you have the item here. Like, say you have your Conquest Helm, it's all enhanced and upgrade. Then you get, blah blah blah, Helm of Ruin Shard, blah blah blah, whatever X amount. You get those from Incubus, so you make sure you go and do the right part of Incubus, and you can just blitz it out day after day till you get enough to do whatever you want with. Skip. And here's Incubus, has all the different items. It gets pretty pointless past Conquest and Ruin because by then you should honestly be at 60. You can auto do it. I just have it go auto in my little helper. Little helper is really handy with that. And these are just the rewards. If you want to do it by hand, you select here, and it'll show you what rewards you'll get. You max it out for your daily attempts. Mine are already maxed out because I don't need any of these. And then you go back to here, you go back to the synth, and the first thing you need to do is get all this mythic gear. You need to upgrade all your stuff to Royal Conquest, whatever. Royal Conquest, Royal Ruin, whatever you can get. And you just want to do that as quickly as you can. And you're going to want these Divine Right. Now, where do I get Divine Right? Oh, I don't know. Well, you probably have noticed them in your Dark Abyss. So basically, you go to Dark Abyss, and every day you can get 30 from Nightmare Runes, get 60 from Divine Right Runes, and then you're gonna want to keep track of these royal prints. So see all these royal prints, you're gonna want to keep track of them because that's not the only way to get real royal gear. And you can also get it from this. Gets a little bit more, but it's not really worth it because everything else costs the Slayer's Mark. So you want to save these up and not buy anything in here. That way you can buy the different prints in here. Because prints are important if you're planning on upgrading a lot of weapons. Regardless if you're doing this way or any other way. So we've seen as high as you can go in this. It's the mythic sets, basically. And now you want to get into the really powerful stuff. So it's like you want advanced, immortal, blah, 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 imperial, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's where you get into the really costly stuff. This kind of stuff you can only get through events. This you only get through Mastercraft for the most part, or events. This you get through events, mostly Tycoon. So, to get that, you probably have to get the initial weapon from events as well, like I did with some of my stuff for my main character. Or if you're base level upgrading, notice here, Oracle Royal Staff. Doesn't that look familiar? Ooh, a Royal Dagger of Conquest. And you get these Hunjin's power and the Divine Rights, and together they make these daggers after you get the royal weapons. So you get royal by going from conquest to print, Divine Right, and then the items. And you can do that with everything. That's what 60 set, 70 set, 80 set is. So 70 set is the Ruin, and then 80 set is the, what is it called? I didn't even go to 80, Eternal. And I see all these people with Eternal gear, and they're like, oh, I got Eternal gear. Don't care. I have Mythic sets. Mythic sets are a lot better. You get a lot more gem slots. You can advance all your stuff out. And it's a good substitute until you can really max out your gear. So basically, then you just use, so whichever one you're upgrading here, then go to, like, see how it says 60, 70, 80. Then you go to 60, 70, or 80. So say we were in 70, we're doing the Ruin gear. And we have our Ruin ring. We got the Hunjin's power, which you mostly get from Shells on the Beach or whatever it's called. Same place, you get the Divine Rights from the same exact place. And you upgrade it to your S1 gear, just like I've done with all my stuff here. So every single thing's been upgraded just like that. I'll show you an example of somebody else's character and how it can kind of affect the way you're kind of how there we go. Like it a little bit, how powerful your character is. So see how he has all these, like, eternal helms, blah blah blah, but it's not really getting him where he's not on the red level with all of his gear, basically, and that's really setting him back from anybody who he really wants to be a threat against in the game. And he might have, like, Silver Dragon Lord like I have, and he can be a really big threat as long as he's upgraded right and has the right gear. thing is, no one here has the right gear. You can look at just about any one of these guys. Their stuff's not upgraded. Anything beyond their normal gear, they've gone from the events, or it's just complete bullcrap. And yeah, they're not gonna pose a threat to anyone anytime soon. They're gonna try and get all their stuff from events, go waste their event points on getting this S1 crappy gear that you can just upgrade your normal conquest stuff here, or triumphant stuff or whatever to. You can upgrade all to S1. It's like, you're wasting your resources, bud. Like, yeah, the way I did it, it takes a lot of time. In fact, it takes months. But that's kind of how you gotta play the game. You gotta play it every day, make sure you get a certain amount every day, so you can constantly progress in the game. Otherwise, you're gonna lag behind, you're gonna fall behind, and that's where everybody in comparison to my character is right now. Because there's all these little things in the game where you can get ahead just a little bit, and then that puts you ahead in another thing just a little bit, and it just keeps stacking up, and the more you pull ahead, the easier it is to pull ahead some more. And every little bit counts, so you want to upgrade everything as much as possible, as quick as possible, with spending as little as possible. And people don't get it. Less is more. The less you spend, the more you have. The more you have, the more you can do. And honestly, I live by that rule in this game. Notice, I don't have any diamonds. I have 0 diamonds. Do I need them? No. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't do anything unless I have diamonds. I am #1 on the server. No diamonds. I have second best guild in the server. No diamonds. You can do tons of things and not have to spend diamonds. I'm gonna be at 10 million points soon. Did I get that way because I spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars in this game? No. All I did was upgrade things a certain way, take my time with things, make sure I won the events I wanted to win, and whatnot, and you just build stuff up, and it just builds up, and you use it for what you need to use it for to get what you want. You don't need diamonds to get what you want. All you need is persistence, and that's all I really gotta say at the end of this. And if you want to get the better gears, again, you just kind of persist in the events, build your stuff up per event, and you can either like buy the L2 gear, which is a bit better, but you can also upgrade your S1 to L1. You can upgrade all to L1. So see how we have all the mythic sets here. You want to go further, you go to heroic. So you have your S1 gear, and you level that up to L1 staff. And then you level your heroic gear to imperial, or nope, not quite. Almost. Advanced imperial gear. So that's your L1 gain upgraded by this stuff. Royal Mark, I'm pretty sure that's in cross server. You guys have heard me explain where you get the ungodly souls. That's no question you need to be asking at this point. This, again, in events. I showed you that at the beginning of the video. And basically, you just keep upgrading till you can't upgrade no more. And then L2 Advance, you start off, L2 Imperial. And actually, I was wanting to look at some. I feel like you should be able to upgrade S2 to L2, but I don't think I have any S2 gear, so I'm not sure if it shows up in my thing. Not there. Upgrade Imperial Gear 2. Imperial Gear. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It would be heroic gear too if we had it, I think. Oh, L2. There it is. So yeah, if you get anything in an event that's an S, make sure it's S2. That way you can upgrade to an L2. I'll be sure to start doing that so I can start switching out some of my weaker S1s that aren't enchanted at all. But that's about it. I hope you learned a bit from the video. Any questions, put them down in the comments, and I'll catch you later. Have a good day.